When you think about a hunting dog, you're probably thinking about a dog that's focused, determined, loyal, rippling with muscles, ready to go at its owner's command, meant for the hunt, meant for focus, and honestly, you're not thinking about Riggins. My dog, Riggins. Little on the pudgy side, elite couch potato, marvelous nap taker, but honestly an all-American family dog. So no one was more surprised than me when one 4th of July I saw Riggins sprint towards fireworks, not away from them, and look up to see where the shells were coming from. In a quick moment I realized that Riggins, while he was pudgy and funny and goofy, he might have been meant to be a duck dog. So I decided to do something about it. Riggins and I would try to learn how to hunt for ducks. Maybe, just maybe, an old dog could learn some new tricks. Ever since I left home, I knew I always wanted to get a dog. And not just any dog, but a Labrador retriever. Growing up, we had a loyal, steadfast, nearly perfect dog named Georgia. She was a black lab, built like a horse, basically was like a second caregiver to my brother and I, just as good as all dogs get. And so I'd always had that in mind. After my wife and I got married, I started to ask, and life just was never in the right place. A couple years later, we started to haggle. She'd say golden doodle. I'd say black lab. Corgi, black lab. Golden retriever, black lab. Okay, you can't have the dog you grew up with. And to be honest, that was a fair point she made. And for some reason, we then both said 1, 2, 3, yellow lab. And so a few months later, we found ourselves in Mars Hill, North Carolina, picking up a pudgy lump of yellow fur, who we decided to name Riggins. And yeah, if you have to know, it's definitely after Friday Night Lights. He was definitely named after Tim Riggins. As Riggins grew up, his energy needs went up as well. So we'd take him down to the local river park and run him through the water and watch him be his absolutely goofy self. But of course, as someone who loves to fly fish, I was like, man, there could be this world where he's a fishing dog. And so even before he was 8 months old, I was like, well, let's take him in the water and see how he does. And that's when I learned that Riggins loves to swim. I mean, he's a lab, he's good at it. And so first fly fishing attempt with Riggins was not great. And this is what was hard about Riggins, is that at home, he was a perfect family dog. But then it was like when we got on the stream, he just couldn't get over that natural instinct of jumping in the water and definitely not sitting on the banks of the stream. So there was this weird tension, right? I'd always thought, like, hey, he was going to be a fishing bud. But it just wasn't on the cards for us. As the years passed, Riggins became an integral part of our life. Whether it was helping us out on the farm, being a shoulder to cry on in tough times, being a source of joy on a bad day. Come on, buddy. Riggins was always there for us. And so it became kind of a concern that when babies came, we didn't know how Riggins would react. And we should have known better, because as soon as we brought our little boy home. Riggins, you ready to meet somebody new? Ready to meet somebody new? Okay, sit. Wait. Riggins, who is this?
Oh, gosh.
Riggins, who's here?
Oh.
Okay.
Say hello.
Okay. Say hello. Okay. Okay. And so we then watched something amazing happen. Riggins became a pillow, a source of texture for little hands to play with, something to pull up on. Good grief, even a jungle gym, as our oldest tumbled to and fro and above and around him. And Riggins would just look up at us and say, okay, this is what we do. He just was a steadfast, loyal dog. And it just kind of always ate at me, right? Here Riggins was being the champion family dog. And like besides some, throwing the tennis ball in the backyard, there was never like a moment for Riggins that I know he's a dog. Like I know that's just part of it, but like he's such a good dog. You would love him to have something. And that's where this all turns around. A year later, the family is celebrating 4th of July, and we put out some fireworks. Standard pyromaniac stuff. And so I grab his collar and they start firing off some of the fireworks, and he does like tug, except it's in the wrong direction. Riggins is wanting to run towards the fireworks. I guess out of dumb curiosity, on the second firework I let go. And he sprinted towards the fireworks. And when they popped, looked up and tried to figure out where the shells were landing. And as that second firework went off, I had a pit in my stomach because I knew, even though I had never hunted in my life before, I knew that he may have been meant to be a hunting dog. There was this piece of him that I never knew about. A couple months later, I was catching up with a buddy who I was going through a discipleship process with. He and I had fly fished before and caught redfish together and done all the good things. And I told him the story of just like kind of crazy how my dog did this. And he stopped me mid-sentence. He was like, oh yeah, well he was probably meant to be a duck dog. I kind of brushed it off. I was like, yeah. Well, duck hunting is insane, so I'm never going to do that. And he kind of stopped me. He's like, no, seriously. Like, if he knows how this works, like, he could actually be a good duck dog. And it kind of just gnawed at me because I don't know anything about duck hunting. And Riggins is 7 years old. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Thankfully, Kyle said, hey, no, I'll teach y'all. I want to see this happen. I want to see Riggins get his first duck. We were going to learn, and Kyle was going to teach us. There was nothing left to say. So with 1 month to go in Alabama's hunting season, I ran over to Kyle's house to try to see if Riggins and I could even do this. How are you?
Good to see you.
So I told you that, this crazy story, for me, it's not out of the question that he might be good at it, but I don't know like how to actually make duck hunting happen. And where do I even start? Where do we even start here?
Yeah, it's super simple. Like waders, shotgun, some decoys, and then finding the ducks obviously is the biggest factor. But yeah, I've got some spots I haven't been to in like 10 years. I mean, it's worth a shot. Like, it's pretty easy. We can just load up in the truck. Again, I've got an extra pair of waders. I've got an extra shotgun. Got plenty of decoys.
But like, if I want to get him into duck hunting.
Yeah, so biggest thing is when we fire a shotgun, that he's not just gonna lose his mind and take off into the woods. I mean, that's first step. One of the things that like makes a really good duck dog compared to just like your kind of average dog is a dog that is in tune with what's happening above. That can see the ducks and knows like, oh man, like I'm about to be able to go fetch a duck. Being able to go for the dog to eye that duck land and then wait for you to say, go retreat.
Okay, so that's a big thing. Is it's not like they're going to be released on the shotgun shell.
Yeah.
They need to wait and then wait on the owner to release them.
I mean, if Riggins takes off, either way.
It just makes me think of like he's a family dog.
Yeah.
And so we've thrown the tennis ball in the backyard. We've thrown sticks, and he's a lab, so
Yeah.
you can throw anything. But it's got me thinking that I need to train him to wait on retrieve. So that's the hard part about this, right? Is that he's a 7-year-old lab, where you normally be like, well, let's just train him in the off season.
Right.
I feel like the clock is burning,
Yeah.
right? And I don't want to be morbid about it. It's more like he's gonna get old. He's already got white around his face
Yeah.
and around his muzzle, and like he's got a lot of energy. He's a lab,
Right.
and he's helping me parent these toddlers. So he's very active.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I have any time to lose. So is there anything else you feel like is mandatory that he have before we take him out into West Alabama?
If he's not shotgun shy, and he can sit still, the fun part is going to see, is he going to retrieve the duck? Like at this point, that's almost untrainable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's going to be the natural part of it, which would be
Okay.
so cool if he does.
So okay, so that's my homework, and so if we do all that, we'll give duck hunting a try.
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact that you need to kill the duck, when was the last time you shot a shotgun, or have you shot clays? Like, tell me about.
So my father-in-law and a good family friend, every Christmas we go clay shooting as a family.
Okay.
The last couple years haven't been great. So this is like realistically, this is my first entry into hunting. So stacking duck hunting, training, and marksmanship in one thing is I to be fair, I have not thought about it. I've been just thinking Riggins.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
now
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of it. So we'll see how that goes.
but of course, got to do my homework, got to make sure he's comfortable with it,
Yeah.
and we'll go do it.
Cool. I'm
Sound
excited.
good? I'm not. I'm scared. But we'll see. After leaving Kyle's house, Riggins and I would start his training regimen. Now, since I couldn't fire a shotgun in suburban Birmingham, Alabama, I started in reverse order. First, just waited to see, could Riggins wait to retrieve an object thrown?
Carrot. Over here. No, carrot, right.
Which was difficult.
Wait, no. Wait, no, really, wait, stop.
But the crazy thing was, even at 7 years old, or what is that, 49 years of dog years, Riggins started to learn new tricks.
Wait. Good boy. Good boy.
I mean, heck, just for fun, I even tried to teach him place.
Place, both those, place.
Except he's not really coordinated enough to sit on the cooler, so instead I just kind of punted and said, hey, look, if you touch it, that's place. The more we worked, the more responsive Riggins was. Each time he learned quicker, he was more responsive. He would actually start to track the duck bumper in the air when I threw it, as if he was like understanding that like, I need to know where this lands so I can go get it. I immediately called Kyle to tell him the good news, like, hey, I have a shot, and he, quickly corrected me, like, well, first, we gotta make sure he's cool with shotguns. So one Saturday, I loaded up Riggins and we headed to the farm. I'll be honest, I was really nervous because you don't know how a dog is gonna react, especially a 7-year-old who's never seen one before. So the sanest thing I could think about is putting him in the car and firing a shotgun in the woods to see if he'd even jump. And of course, he was more whining that he wanted to get out of the car, and then when I popped it, he was like, that's it. So I was like, I took the next step. I took him out in the field. It's okay, I'm gonna shoot a shotgun with him by my side and see what happens. Aim, ready, fire. He took off after the wad. We did a couple more tests, and every time that's what he did. And so I called Kyle frantically on the ride home. I was like, I think we have something. I think Riggins is not only going to be fine around a gun, I think he's going to thrive around it. And that's when I got the worst news and the best news all wrapped in one. Kyle said, okay, meet me tomorrow at the Exxon at 3:50 a.m. You ready, puppy? Riggins, why are you so awkward? He is nervous. All right, you ready to hunt? All right, bud. So hey. All right, load up, Riggs. Load up this way. Well, that was too easy.
Yeah, made him a little bed back there.
You ready, buddy? Yeah. All right. So, no, off. That's. Oh, he's gonna be. I don't know. Where am I gonna sit? Riggins, where am I gonna sit? Where are we, Riggs? What is it? What is it?
Oh, there's a buck. It's too high. But one coming back at us, you're gonna have like a second. That's gonna be your shot. Oh, two over here. Flying away. Oh, behind us. Take your shot overhead. It's okay. They were going fast.
It would help if that was a good shot. Good boy for looking. Good boy. Walking away from that hunt was nothing short of exhilarating. To have seen birds, to have gotten a shot, to have royally messed it up, felt like a heck of an opportunity. And so even though I was like buzzing on sleeplessness, coffee, and just the whole entire experience of it, I couldn't help but think, man, this is gonna happen. That's what Kyle said. Well, we've got 14 days left in hunting season. We gotta keep grinding. I just shoot turkey ducks. Dude, shine down your waders again, please. This time we were hunting an area that Cal felt like was a little more ducky, a little more of a drive, but probably is gonna hold a little more ducks.
Hey, that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah, he's still Riggins. Still
What are you doing? Good boy, Riggins.
Damn it, that was all on me. Dude. God, it sucks so bad. We didn't laugh. It sucks so bad. Oh my God.
And our rhythm continued. No ducks. Time to clean up.
You got 2?
But it was kind of cool. Riggins was learning how to pick up the decoys without really being told. It's like he knew something. This one, Kyle said, we're gonna have to earn it. The temperatures are finally in what Kyle considers duck hunting temperatures. To him, it's a good thing. To me, it sounds like a death sentence. The water literally freezes up as soon as you kick it. There are not enough layers to stay warm. You see your breath no matter where you go. But to be fair, when I thought of how horrible duck hunting could be, this was it. Wondering if my toes are about to freeze over. And God, just over the lake, there they pop up.
Come on. Be still.
I'm definitely getting frustrated. We're seeing birds. I thought we earned it. We'll get one. We'll get one. And gosh, picking up the decoys out of the frozen tundra of Alabama, empty-handed. We've done ice, we've done snow, and now we're doing rain.
Yeah, this is the name of the game.
Kind of scrambling since we're running out of time. Kyle says, let's get in, get out, and get back to work and see if magic happens. Because all we really need is just one bird to see what Riggins does. The day just kind of burnt away quickly, and it's actually our first skunk. Didn't see anything. Definitely feeling the time's running out. Kyle says, let's go back. Let's go back to the honey hole. Let's go make the long drive. Make it a worthwhile hunt. Riggins, leave the decoys alone.
Wait. Good eye. That's all right, they were hot.
This isn't about me, this is about Riggins. You're on the gun.
You sure?
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
I'm not gonna argue.
That's embarrassing.
It's all right, those are fine.
I don't know if this is a thing in duck hunting, but in fly fishing, sometimes you gotta switch it up, right? New angler, new area, new something, and so this is an easy switch. Kyle's a better shot than me. I really don't care if I kill the bird. It's more about, Riggins having this experience. So I was like, hey, pick the gun. Oh, right here. And frustration starts to set in on all of us.
3 more days of duck hunting, gotta make it happen.
Well, except for Riggins. He seemed to just enjoy the whole process. From the adventure, the early mornings, setting up the decoys, bringing in the decoys, there was just part of him that seemed to enjoy just going.
All right, if you had 3 wishes from a genie, what would it be? After what we're experiencing.
For me to be a better shot, and for me to stay home and never have duck hunted ever in my life. I don't know.
All right.
What would be your wishes?
I've been pondering this deeply. And I think the most important one would be like not having to sleep during duck season. Just so we could full send to wherever and not have to worry about getting proper
Go to Mississippi or something.
Yeah, and then I think like being able to geolocate where all the ducks are. You know what I mean?
Would be
Just
cool.
like having infinite knowledge of where all the ducks are. And then number 3, man, I don't know.
Well, let's ask Riggins. Riggins, if you had a genie in the bottle, what for duck hunting, what would it be, bud? Oh yeah, he's thinking that. That's Riggins' wish.
I think my third one would be anybody we hunted with was an ace.
Yeah,
Like
just having one ringer in the group where it's like, oh look, Ben led a bird by 58 yards. At least we're gonna have Frank clean up.
It should be clear by now that Kyle is tough as nails. He works in construction, has a young family that demands a lot of attention, and here he was waking up at 4 a.m. trying to achieve a crazy dream for my dog. And so when I got the phone call that I really, really dreaded, there was not much to say. 3 days ago until the end of hunting season, driving rain, buddy, and Kyle's sick. So it's just you and me. Literally couldn't really get out of bed, and he told me, look, at this point it's all luck, pound away, it's gonna happen, just you and Riggins have to do it. Have to figure it out on your own. And again, with just how happy Riggins was every morning, I was like, hey, you wanna go hunting? We pushed on. But this feeling of just being lost sinks in. Be in the middle of the Alabama wilderness, 2 ducks fly over and that's it. With 48 hours left in duck season, Kyle still bedridden with the stomach flu and me without a clue, I just played this revolving door of phone a friend. Anybody I knew who had a hunting license and had held a shotgun before was fair game. I called George, who's sworn to never go duck hunting ever in his life. And I said, let's do an evening hunt. I know it sucks for duck hunting, but let's go give it a try. And God bless him, he's like, cool, let's go try. Let's see if we can get Riggins a duck. And there we are in the middle of the wilderness and nothing. Again, I cannot change our luck. With 24 hours left in hunting season and no one else to call, I just said, okay, Riggins, let's get in the car and go. Look, here's the deal. Kyle's still sick, so we're gonna go back out and try to do this on our own. Do you feel like you can believe me in doing this? Oh, man. And so we drove to this one spot that I felt really good about. We're waiting and hanging out, and I set these decoys out. I don't know what I'm doing, and the moment I've been dreaming for, there it is. All right, that was 3 Riggins. And damn it if this story isn't that simple. Blown shot. I don't know. Maybe it's the nerves that have gotten to me. Maybe it's, I don't know. There's a lot wrong there, Riggs. Good boy, Riggins. Good boy. Good boy. Is this your favorite part? Good boy. Oh. Good puppy. Good boy. Good boy. 12 hours left in hunting season. I call Kyle. Please tell me you don't still have the stomach flu, and the call cuts off as he goes and throws up his lunch. As tired as I was, that evening I went with my oldest son to a birthday party. As fate would have it, I struck up a conversation with a good friend of ours. He's like, dude, I've always shot clays. I've never gotten to do hunting. Like, can I go? It's like, holy crap. Who makes this stuff up? Yeah, 4 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go. Let's make the last day of hunting season count. Like, this is it for Riggins. We've sold out to one of the farthest places away in Alabama. We get birds flying in. They actually make a twist. They're coming into land. I see them clear as day. David's the better shot, so I was like, take the shot, man, take the shot.
Here they come. Oh my God, Dave, this is it. They're landing. Wait. I don't have a clean shot. If you have a clean shot, take it.
I don't. Ready, set.
Oh, good shot. Good shot. Bring it back, Riggs.
Riggins is swimming. You see that, like, it's all happened. And as he clears the tree line, the bird dies. David and I call out to him like, no, it's over there. But it's nowhere to be found. And then I make a mistake that I forever regret and really should have known better. So I go wade towards where the last place I followed. I guess probably this whole thing has driven me to a little bit of insanity, and I'd fill up my waders. Kick a couple times. I'm a decent swimmer, but not right now, and I grab onto a tree limb and pull myself up. Only later do I see that the whole time Riggins sees what's going down and swims out and tries to help me. Hobble my way back to safety, and it's a hard lesson I learned. Never chase a duck. I waddled back onto shore and really didn't know what to say. It was the last day of hunting season. We had done it. David had knocked down a bird. Riggins had tried to get out there in time, and the bird just dove. As we drove away and my feet started to thaw and I started, kicking the side of my car and thinking about, man, how close Riggins and I had come, I got a phone call. Kyle was finally on the mends. He was really hoping for better news. I told him I didn't have any. He said, dude, this isn't the end. Yeah, Riggins is 7 years old. but he's still got a lot left in him. He's really having a great time. So if you want to keep doing this, I want to keep doing this. And that's where it just, I hate to be cheesy, it all just kind of started to make sense. This has always been about getting Riggins out of the house and giving him opportunity to do something he might be really good at. He was really good at it, even though I was really bad at it. I guess that's where it ends. I know one day I'll be there and Riggins will have a duck in his mouth and I'll see what he's born to do. He was born to be a retriever. We're not getting ducks, or because you're gonna lean on Kyle and not me.
Well, it really, honestly, it's
I'm so
kind
glad I
of.
brought my toddler. Why are we eating a screw?
Oh, nice.
Like, of all things, man. I'm trying to learn how to duck hunt, not get you lead poisoning. Do you mind? Play with that.
Good boy.
Riggins, what are you doing? Island stuff. Bring it back. I know. Those plastic ducks taste better. They just do.
Hey, we're right here. You're fine. Riggins, how do we feel about life? Are you hungry or something? What do you need? What have you done?
Suburban, what did you do?
Good job.